As reported by the Huffington Post, Fran Drescher believes she was abducted by ETs when she was a teenager. During a road trip with her father, they both experienced missing time. She now has a small scar on her hand, the size of a penny. According to Drescher, that is where the extraterrestrials surgically implanted a chip. She is only one of the celebrities who claim they were abducted by aliens. After the breakup of the Beatles, singer-songwriter John Lennon took up residence in New York City. He said that in 1975, he was asleep in his bed at the Dakota Building. He was woken by a blazing light surrounding the door to his suite, coming from the other side, like a searchlight or a hallway on fire. He jumped out of bed and threw open the door, coming face to face with 4 entities, who to him were like people, but not like people, and they didn't want his autograph. Lennon said they were smaller than humans. Their features reminded him of insects. They had large compound eyes, and like roaches, they scuttled past him into his apartment. Lennon tried to push them back through the door, but they pushed him back, without touching him, as if by force of will alone. At this point, the ex-Beatle blacked out. The next thing he remembers, he was back on the bed, but not under the cover. He was on top of it. In his hand he found an object, apparently given to him by the invaders. It was a piece of solid metal in the shape of a tiny robin's egg. The egg has survived him to this day. It is now in the possession of Uri Geller. Bettina Rodriguez Aguilera is a Republican candidate running in the midterm elections. Her son-in-law, Jared Agan, is the Deputy Chief of Staff for Vice President Mike Pence. If she wins the Florida seat, she will be the first member of the United States Congress to have disclosed an encounter with ETs. She says she was taken aboard a spaceship. The crew consisted of 3 beings with large bodies, 2 females and 1 male. They all had blonde hair. They controlled the ship by passing their hands over illuminated rocks similar to quartz. She was told by the aliens that in a cave on the island of Malta could be found thousands of non-human skulls. They also told her the energy center of the world is located in Africa. One of the stars of the first alien blockbuster movie believes that he too was abducted by extraterrestrials. Yaphet Kotto says he really does not care if anyone thinks he is delusional. Where 100 is average, the veteran actor has an IQ of 196. His close encounters started when he was 9 years old. He was sitting at the window of his bedroom in the Bronx, watching kids in the street playing stickball. When the young Kotto turned around, a figure was behind him, 6 feet in height, with a head which was elongated. It leaped behind his back, only to disappear. As an adult, every time that Yaphet moved into a new house, he would expect to see a particular sign, indicating that he had been followed there by the extraterrestrials. Sooner or later, a circle of smoke would appear above his home, which did not look like a cloud. This would be followed by time loss, during which he suspected he was taken by the aliens. When living on location in the Philippines for the filming of Ridley Scott's science fiction epic, the ring of smoke appeared again over his rented bungalow. Again he saw the vapor and a UFO hovering above, as big as Yankee Stadium turned upside down. But this time, the UFO was observed by other people too. It was seen by the waiters at an outdoor restaurant across the street, and also by Koto's wife. 6 years ago, the final resting place of Napoleon Bonaparte was exhumed to determine if the short height of his body had been the result of a pituitary disorder. Instead, researchers found a microchip, 1/2 inch in length, embedded in his vertebrae. The extent of bone growth surrounding the chip suggests it was implanted when Bonaparte was young. Is it possible the Emperor of France was used by extraterrestrials to alter human history?